Caitlin Clark in her decision, I not only respect it, but I wholeheartedly support it. You know, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle.
The WNBA's worst nightmare has officially come true, and they have no one to blame but themselves. Right now, as you watch this video, another league is preparing to offer Caitlin Clark a deal the WNBA could never compete with. That we're talking about an offer so massive, so historic, that if she accepts it, the WNBA as we know it could collapse by 2026, the number being discussed, $150 million. But this story isn't just about money, that it's about respect, that it's about revenge, it's about what happens when a billion-dollar league takes its biggest superstar for granted. The WNBA thought they owned Caitlin Clark. They were wrong. Completely and absolutely wrong. So let's talk numbers, because numbers never lie. Caitlin Clark's rookie salary in the WNBA, just $76,800. That's what the league decided she was worth. Meanwhile, she single-handedly generated millions in revenue for them. Ticket sales exploded. TV ratings doubled, sometimes even tripled. Whenever she stepped on the court, merchandise couldn't stay in stock. She was being paid like a substitute teacher, while filling arenas like a global superstar. But it gets even worse. The way she was treated on the court bordered on criminal. We all saw the cheap shots, that we all watched the hard fouls that somehow never got called. Referees swallowed their whistles while veteran players targeted her night after night. And when she finally spoke up, silence. Nothing from the league office. The jealousy was obvious. The resentment was undeniable. Instead of protecting their biggest investment, the WNBA let the inmates run the asylum. They stood by while their golden goose was getting beaten up, all for pennies on the dollar. Think about that. The one player capable of dragging the league out of irrelevance was treated like an afterthought. Like she should be grateful just to be there. That's not how you run a business. That's how you destroy one that now enter unrivaled. Or as many are already calling it, Project B. The WNBA killer. This isn't some random startup. This is a league created by two of the biggest names in women's basketball, Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. They live the WNBA life. They know exactly what's broken, and they decided it was time to build something better. Here's why Unrivaled is different. They're not just offering higher salaries, they're offering equity, ownership, and actual stake in the league. When Unrivaled succeeds, the players succeed. When the league makes money, the players make money. That it's a revolutionary model that treats athletes like business partners, not employees. Base salaries. We're hearing numbers in the high six figures, even seven figures for top stars. Compare that to the WNBA's max salary of around $200,000. It's not even in the same universe. But here's the real shocker. The reported offer for Caitlin Clark goes far beyond salary. Sources say the package could include equity worth tens of millions, full marketing rights, profit sharing, and a guarantee that she becomes the face of the entire league. Everything the WNBA should have offered her, but didn't. It is women's basketball's LIV golf moment. Remember when LIV came in throwing $100 million contracts at PGA stars? Remember how people said the PGA was untouchable, that loyalty and tradition would save it? And then Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and Brooks Koepka took the bag and walked away. The same thing is happening here, except this time, the WNBA has far less leverage than the PGA ever did. Unrivaled isn't just competing. They're offering something the WNBA never did: respect, security, and a real future. They're offering Caitlin Clark what she actually deserves. And the WNBA? They're scrambling, that they're panicking, that they're finally realizing they fumbled the bag so badly that they might lose everything. So here's the billion-dollar question. What does Caitlin Clark do now? On one side, there's loyalty. The WNBA is the league that drafted her, the league that gave her a platform. Some people will say she owes them something, that she should stay and help grow the league from the inside. But let's be honest, loyalty goes both ways, and the WNBA showed her exactly how loyal they were when they let her get beaten up $4.76,000 while they raked in millions off her name. Caitlin Clark has options, more than any athlete her age should realistically have. She's got golf opportunities, but she's got endorsement deals that pay her more in one campaign than an entire WNBA season. She has business ventures, media projects, even coaching paths if she ever wanted them. Basketball is just one lane for her, and honestly, It might not even be the most profitable anymore. But let's imagine. She accepts the unrivaled offer. Let's play out that scenario. The 2026 WNBA season tips off without Caitlin Clark. Instantly, TV networks start renegotiating their contracts. They didn't pay for Angel Reese and Aya Wilson alone. The one player who actually moved the needle is gone. And this is where things get real. Let's break down the impact. Nike, the brand that built entire marketing campaigns around Caitlin, starts shifting its budget overnight. State Farm begins reconsidering its partnerships. Gatorade, Xfinity, and every other company that jumped into the WNBA because of her star power, they all start reevaluating their investment. Why would they pay premium advertising rates when ratings are about to fall off a cliff? It doesn't stop there. Local sponsors, the companies that bought courtside seats, arena signage, and VIP boxes just to see Caitlin Clark live, they disappear too. Season ticket holders start asking for refunds. Corporate suites that were sold out for Indiana Fever games suddenly become available again. The economic ripple effect? Massive. Now think about the media ecosystem. That ESPN paid serious money for WNBA broadcast rights, expecting growth to continue. Without Caitlin, those projections collapse immediately. Suddenly, games get pushed back to ESPN2, then ESPNU. Then streaming-only broadcasts. Primetime slots vanish. Production budgets shrink. And we're right back to two-camera broadcasts with minimal commentary. Just like the old days, the league will try to pivot. They'll push new storylines, highlight other players, attempt to craft new stars. But here's the cold reality. Casual fans won't care. Hardcore basketball fans will keep watching, sure, but the millions of new viewers who tuned in only for Caitlin Clark, they're gone. And once casual fans check out, they almost never come back. Meanwhile, Unrivaled is exploding. They're selling out venues within hours. Networks are fighting for primetime slots. Investment money is pouring in, allowing them to build state-of-the-art facilities. Major brands are lined up at the door. Because Caitlin is the centerpiece, the face of the league. And here's the real danger for the WNBA. Other players start asking themselves the same question Caitlin did. Why stay loyal to a league that doesn't value me? Angel Reese, with her massive online following, starts getting calls. Unrivaled offers her equity, star billing, full marketing control. She looks at her WNBA contract and realizes she's being underpaid just like Caitlin was. Then there's Paige Buchers, the next generational talent. She watches everything unfold. When it's her turn to go pro, Unrivaled offers her more money before her first game than she'd make in several WNBA seasons combined. The WNBA offers $76,000 and a hope that maybe, someday, she'll get endorsements. Which league do you think she chooses? The talent drain accelerates, and it's not just superstars. Role players look at Unrivaled's minimum contracts, which are higher than WNBA max salaries, and they jump, too. Why stay with the Sparks when you can? Triple your income and get equity in a league that's growing faster than anything women's basketball has ever seen. Within 2 years, maybe less, the WNBA is right back to where it was before Caitlin Clark arrived. A niche league with small crowds and limited visibility. Attendance drops back to 4,000 per game. TV ratings crater. Teams start losing money. Franchises fold or relocate. The entire foundation begins to crumble. Meanwhile, Unrivaled becomes the premier women's basketball league on the planet. International players choose Unrivaled over the WNBA. Media coverage shifts. Young girls dreaming of going pro see Unrivaled, not the WNBA, as the ultimate destination. The power dynamic flips completely. And all because the WNBA was too stubborn, too arrogant, and too cheap to treat their superstar like a superstar. They had the blueprint for success handed to them, and they burned it. If that's not speculation, that's basic business. You protect your assets. You invest in your stars. You don't nickel and dime the player carrying your entire league. The WNBA failed business 101. And now they're about to pay the price. Here's what keeps WNBA executives awake at night. They know Caitlin doesn't need them. They need her. They could have paid her what she was worth. They could have protected her on the court. They could have built the entire league around her and made her the face of women's basketball for a decade. Instead, they paid her rookie minimum and let jealous veterans take cheap shots while refs looked the other way. Now another league is offering her everything. Ownership, millions, respect, security. Everything the WNBA should have given her on day one. And honestly, she'd be completely justified in taking it. Why sacrifice millions for a league that treated her like an afterthought? The WNBA had the Michael Jordan of women's basketball in their hands, and they fumbled her so badly that another league is about to steal her away. This is what happens when you take your stars for granted. This is the price of disrespect. The WNBA's fate is in Caitlin Clark's hands now. And after the way they treated her, they better pray she's more loyal to them than they ever were to her. So, what do you think? Should Caitlin take the deal and walk away? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns on the business moves reshaping the future of sports. The WNBA's reckoning has arrived, and they have no one to blame but themselves.